Hallelujah!
Welcome to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. Today, day number 11 of the Minnesota Whiskey Elite blind whiskey tasting calendar of whiskey tasting and just tasting whiskey. 11 is my lucky number, so you know what they say. Only good things can happen today. Except for the fact that I had a little run-in with staphylococcus. Been on antibiotics for the past few days, not getting any better. So after I shoot this video, I might be making a drive to the old doctor. I'm gonna take sample 11 out of the box, I'm gonna pour it into a glass, and I'm going to review it and give it a score. America. Swirling and twirling day number 11. The color of it looks to be extra super beautifully dark. The color of it is so nice. I would say that this whiskey spent some substantial time in oak, or that it maybe possibly has a finish on it. Hard to say. A lot of people ask me, Matt, why do you spin your whiskey? Why the SJ? Why the spin job? The swirl job? The whiskey gravitron? Well, I want to coat the inside of the glass with whiskey so I get a better nose. That's why. Peculiar nose. Very good, nice, delicious nose, but peculiar. Why is it peculiar? I feel like I've smelled this before, but there's no extra obvious reason why. I am picking up on a lot of oak on here. There's a lot of barrel influence on the nose, and it almost smells like an extra aged whiskey. It almost has that delicious extra aged oak nose to it, but there's like a twist to it that makes me think that this isn't an extra aged bourbon, but in fact like a double barreled or a finished whiskey of some sort. It's like the tannins from the oak are very similar, from the same family, but different enough to make you go, I think that's a different tannin. Like Marty McFly trying to differentiate between Biff and Griff tannin. There is some like cherry brownie notes in here, down the hatch. My first thought when nosing this was possibly like an Angel's Envy, like store pick or something. But now that I've tasted it, I'm thinking this is a rye whiskey, like a finished rye of some sort. Second sip. Yeah, after tasting it, I'm almost sure this is a rye whiskey. It's got a lot of spice, a lot of back end. There seems to be a bunch of barrel spice on here, which I do enjoy. Is there a touch of craftiness to it? I can't quite tell, but it kind of plays a little bit of a crafty game on my tongue. I'm not even so sure that it's finished anymore after tasting it. It seems as though it is above 100 proof, but like not skyrocketed proof, like maybe around 110, possibly. Feels like it could possibly have some age on it. If it's not double barreled, it might be approaching 10 years old maybe. Maybe like a Templeton 10-year rye whiskey maybe, possibly, I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to make this video relatively short, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this whiskey a score. I think this is a very good whiskey. A score for this pour, 7.7. I would say that it's a 7.7, it's very good. What will we be drinking? Let's find out together. Day number 11. On day 11, we were drinking. Ooh. Hirsch Single Barrel Double Oaked Bourbon. Selected by Luke and his team at Ace Spirits. 9 years old, suspected to be Willet. 72 corn, 13 rye, 15% malted barley, 112.2 proof. So if we look back at things I said about this whiskey, possibly double oaked, nailed it. Around 110 proof, nailed it. Called it a rye whiskey, friggin' did not nail it. But I often confuse Willet bourbon as a rye whiskey. As a matter of fact, I think that I've only called Willet bourbon rye whiskey. I've never actually nailed that it is a bourbon. I've always thought that it's a rye. What a crazy pour. How old is it? Is there an age statement? 9 years old. What did I say, about 10? Wow. For being wrong, I was pretty damn right. And that's gonna do it for the tasting tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on being careful with your skin, because your skin's important. It's your largest organ. Well, for most people, not me. But what happened was I've been bowling a lot lately, and I got like one of those sleeves that like Carmelo Anthony used to wear, you know? And it was a compression sleeve. I thought that I was, you know, doing a good thing for my elbow to like, because my elbow was getting sore. Well, guess what? That compression sleeve must have harbored some bacteria and then must have ripped out like a little hair on my arm when I was pulling it up. And then boom, bang, pow, friggin' cellulitis, a little bit of a staph infection. Not good, not great. Got on antibiotics, but still not great. So, gonna keep monitoring it and might end up in the old hospital. If that happens, there may not be a day 12. We will see though. We will see. If there's no day 12, I will make it up. It will be a makeup game, like a double header, you know? You ever get a painful little pimple on your skin that like raises a little bit, red around it? Take care of it quick, which is what I'm trying to do now before I wind up dead. So, love you all.